Hey guys, welcome back. I guess this is Monday, February 1st or 2nd, Tuesday, depending on which day you have class. Okay, we're going to start with systems of linear inequalities. Guys, we've been looking at linear inequalities, but now we're going to look at systems. Okay, two linear inequalities working together, just like we did with linear equations. Okay? In today's objective, I'm going to graph and identify, put myself over here, graph and identify the solution to a system of linear inequalities, okay? Kind of looks like this. It's two inequalities. You graph them both, shade them both, and see where the shading overlaps. Okay, that's the solution. All right, today's essential question. How do you identify the solution to a system of linear inequalities? How do you identify it, okay? It's the double shaded area. I'm giving you all the answers. Guys, just to review a bit. Now, we covered systems of linear equations. Systems. Two linear equations working together. It looked like this, two linear equations. And we graphed them, and they look like this. Right? Two equations, two lines. You graph them both and see where they intersect. All right? See the point they have in common that makes both of these equations true. All right? Their intersection, what they have in common. Okay? And then we looked at linear inequalities. Inequalities. As it was just like an equation, but instead of an equal sign, again, we've been working with it, guys. You have a greater than or less than, or one of these four signs right here, okay? That's the difference. And then we shade above or below, because the answer is a whole bunch of points. It's not just on the line. It might not even be on the line, okay? Guys, again, a linear inequality, it looks like this. Y greater than 2x minus 3. And we graph it, it looks like this. All right? It's a dotted line because it's y greater than. We shade above. It goes through negative 3. That's the y-intercept. Has a slope of 2. Up 2 over 1. All right? Just to review. Guys, well, now I better move myself way out of the way here. Guys, now we're going to look at systems of linear inequalities. And they look like this right up here. It's two linear inequalities working together. Okay? And we graph them. It looks like this. We graph one of the inequalities. We decide if it's dotted or solid, and we shade above or below. We do that for both of them. All right? The solution is for the overlapping shaded areas. Any point in the overlapping shaded areas, all right, the points they have in common, or the intersection of the two solutions, that's the solution to the system. Okay? And just to review quick, guys, we want to graph an inequality. How do we do it? All right, we can change it to slope-intercept form. It might already be in slope-intercept form. It's kind of easy to graph then. And it's easy to tell which way to shade. Right, number 2, if it's in standard form, you could use the cover-up method, where we find the intercept, all right, of the two axes, and then we can test a point above or below. Usually we just test 0, 0. All right, or we can use Desmos, all right? All right, you need to know this. All right, these are 4 things I want you to know about systems of inequalities. And this is the answer here to the vocabulary. A system of inequalities, it's two inequalities working together. That's what it is. All right, the solution to the system is the intersection of the solutions of the two individual inequalities. Okay? It's the overlapping shaded area. It's where the two shaded areas overlap. Okay? And any point in that double shaded area will make both of those inequalities true. Any point in that double shaded area. It's not just one point, it's a whole bunch of points. Okay? Let's look at an example here. Guys, this is a system of linear inequalities. Here's the steps to kind of look at it. I keep moving myself around. Guys, step one, just graph the first inequality. This is y less than 2x plus 1. So you graph underneath. You shade underneath. There's a slope of 2. All right? Dotted line. Then you graph the second inequality. Okay? This actually goes through -4. All right, remember, the y will end up on this side. So this will end up being pointing toward the y, because that says -y. So we shade underneath. All right? And then just see where the shaded areas overlap. This double shaded area is the solution to the system. Any point in there. Okay? All right, guys, fill out today's notes assignment. Complete the summary. It's in the top green folder. That's where this video is right now. All right, guys, today's vocabulary question. What are the 4 things to remember about systems of inequalities? That's the vocabulary question, all right? All right, you guys, that's it. Thanks.